Hi, good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are. I'm Diane Martino, Art and Soul, Creative Healing Practices, and Creative Whales. So whales are for wellness, healing, happiness, ascension practices, and of course, art. That's one of the healing tools I use. And love, because love is the strongest and most powerful emotion on our planet. So always choose love and choose kindness. You know, kindness is K is not in Wales, but E is for your excitement, your energy, and S is for your sovereignty, your soul, and your spirit. So I come to you to talk about why things bother us. Why do things bother us? So I was having this conversation with one of my clients, and I used this example. Why do things bother us? Something as so simple as I was married. My husband passed 20 years ago. And so I've been married. I understand some of the marriage things that go on. And did you, or anybody, whether it's a sister or a parent or somebody's like chewing really loud and it's really annoying you. It's really annoying you. Have you ever had that happen? And I've learned over the past number of years doing this work that it has nothing to do with the other person chewing loudly or breathing too loud. How many times has that happened to you? You're breathing too loud. Thank God they're breathing. So it's always about you. What's bothering you? You know, when people go on weight loss systems, they always say it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. And it always comes back to us. What's bothering us? Why does that annoy me? And I'm talking from personal experience because those things still happen to me. Why does that annoy me? And the biggest question I ask is, why? Why does that annoy me? So that's something in yoga we call the yoga of the intellect, Jnana yoga. I think it was Sri Aurobindo. There's a practice. Who am I? I remember doing that years ago during teacher trainings and other practices we would go through, because we studied all the types of yoga: Jnana yoga, Bhakti yoga, Karma yoga, Tantra yoga. So the yoga of the intellect, questioning why. So ours was, who am I? And so the first thing people say is, I am a yoga therapist. For me, I would say I'm a yoga therapist and I'm an artist. And then you say, but who am I really? And who is the yoga therapist and the artist? And you keep asking why, until you get down to the deepest levels of who you truly are. So the question is, who are you? And when things bother you, my biggest go-to is why? Oh, because they're chewing loud. Now, why? Something deeper is generally bothering us. That's what we call doing our shadow work, you know, doing the shadow work. And it generally has to do sometimes with the ego, that we didn't get something that we wanted. So my one teacher always talked about When we don't get what we want, we think we're unhappy, but we always have what we need, right? You always have what you need. And some of the people I'm speaking to tonight, you have more than most people on the planet. And I do as well. I have running water. I have a roof over my head. I have food to eat. I have a car. A lot of people don't have vehicles. We have a lot. And in the US and some parts of other countries, Europe and some parts of South America, we have more than most people have in other parts of the world. So why do we become unhappy? Why do people overshop? Why do people overeat? Why do people drink? Why do people yell? Because they're not getting what they want. And the universe is funny. The universe is very funny. Give you an example. Did something ever happen to you that didn't turn out the way you expected it to? Okay, so it didn't turn out the way you expected it to. And you were really annoyed because you didn't get what you wanted. But then you go to find out, like maybe a year or two later, maybe not that long. Thank God you didn't get what you wanted. You know, maybe somebody had a partner they were with and they thought they were going to get married and that person up and left them. And then they found out later that that person was not who they thought they were. And it was your lucky day that they left, you know? So, yeah, that happens in friendships, in romantic relationships, in business partnerships. You know, sometimes God takes people out of your energy field as a blessing. You know, they have lots of sayings about that. So next time you get annoyed or something's irritating you, you think it's the other person that's irritating you and they're just being who they are. But you have control over your reaction to people. And believe me, I practice this all the time. I talk about it. And when it becomes part of your living practice, it becomes easier to witness yourself. So well, that's why we meditate, right? I talked a couple of videos ago about having a practice, why you should have a practice. So you can better see your reaction to things. You know, they say the universe keeps giving you lessons until you learn that lesson. So, you know, maybe the same thing keeps happening to you. I've heard of people in relationships where they're always attracting a certain kind of person. And they hear themselves say, I'm always attracting this kind of person. But they never do anything about it. You know, it always, from what I've heard, it turns into a failure every single time. So maybe they should choose a new person, a new type of individual, somebody who treats them better or something like that. So yeah, ask yourself next time, why? Why am I annoyed? Is it because I didn't get what I wanted? So I highly recommend, as I said a few videos ago, having a regular meditation practice. It helps you see yourself. It helps you see your patterns. It helps you see negative things that you may be attached to. Instead of pushing them down, it kind of comes up. Yeah, so I have a regular meditation practice, and I also mentor people in practices that will help them to go through a healing journey or an empowerment journey. Whatever kind of journey you're looking for, I can assist you with that through what I call the ABCs of creative healing. So you have an asana practice, which is the physical body and movements, a breathing practice, which helps to facilitate and bring the focus into the self, and not be outward looking for other things to make us happy. It's all about us. And chakra color consciousness, which allows us to use art, chakra awareness to navigate the part of the body that may need a little more balancing. So, for example, say you have a hard time speaking up and you have something you really want to say, and somebody in a relationship with you is not listening to you or quelching what you have to say. So we would work on the throat chakra. So there are different movements I would recommend for somebody to try, a breathing practice that would go with that, and then a chakra awareness meditation or an art project to go with the the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. So yeah, the ABCs of creative healing: asana, breath, and chakra color consciousness. They help you to answer the question, why? Why am I so annoyed at this person? Why does this person trigger me? Generally, what I've learned in my years of teaching and studying is that whatever that person is, however they're annoying you, is somehow a reflection of yourself. And that's pretty hard stuff to swallow, but that's the way it's been for many years. They're doing something, we might judge it, and we might not realize that that's something we do all the time. So studying the humanness on this planet and the shadow work, and it's not like we're pushing it down. We see it, we love it, we're aware of it, but it does not take over our lives anymore. So always ask yourself why. And if you need some kind of coaching or mentoring, that's part of what I do for individuals, helping people to find a practice, a regular practice of meditation and movement, and to be accountable. You know, doing the work is not easy, but it's so rewarding, and you get to know your true self a lot deeper. And we see what the ego wants. The ego always wants something. The ego wants to be satisfied. It's not comfortable just being. It needs something to entertain it. That's why people are always on their cell phones. They're on the computers and the iPads so much. So I've gotten into a new habit where I turn my phone off at night, completely off. So I can't pick it up and look at it. And if somebody calls after a certain hour, oh, well, I'll call you back tomorrow. And that helps our brain go into a more relaxed mode. So there's so many things we can do depending on your lifestyle. I work with individuals. That's what yoga therapy is about, working with an individual and adapting a program to the individual. So yeah, that's what I do. And ask yourself, why? Why does that annoy me? Maybe you need to take some time for yourself. Maybe everybody's always pulling at you and you never take time for yourself. That's a big possibility with a lot of people, especially a lot of ladies, a lot of moms and stuff. So ask yourself, you know, do you take enough me time? Are you growing as a human? You know, we want to grow. We always want to grow and become better and stronger and not just be stuck in the old day in, day out. Nothing's new, nothing's exciting. And our brain grows when we learn new things. You know, maybe you want to learn about the chakras. I can help teach you that. Check out some of my videos on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, so see why things bother you. When you're stuck in traffic, you can't go any faster. Sometimes people are beeping at me and I'm like, what do you want me to do? Roll over the car in front of me? So I just go, yeah, well, Well, most days I do that, but every once in a while I react to it. And then I've noticed my body's not feeling great. And then I go, okay, wait a second. There's nothing I can do. They are who they are. I don't have to deal with them. Just ignore it. Usually I wave to people. I go, smile, hi, wave, how are you? Sometimes that annoys people. But anyway, I think it's kind of funny because it's kind of ridiculous. Where would you like me to go is basically what I'm saying to myself in the car. There's no place in front of me or next to me to go. So where would you like me to go? Why are you beeping your horn? So yeah, so we all know traffic. I live in New Jersey. We have traffic. Boy, do we have traffic. And yeah, I have some other good traffic stories, but I'm not going to get into them now. But you get the idea. Why? Why is something bothering me? Why does it irritate me? Why am I fearful of something? So there's a whole number of reasons why things bother us. And I just touched on a few tonight, but if you'd like to talk about it or you have any questions, all my information is below. Just message me or give me a call. You can text me. And I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching the video till the end. If you can share it and subscribe and like the video, so it helps me come up in the algorithm. So people have a way to deal with there's a lot of tension or anxiety that goes on in people's lives. You know, we all need something to deal with it, something safe and peaceful. And we change the physiology in our body without taking any kind of medication. We do that by breathing. So I love to teach breathing. I think breathing is like the coolest thing. Like you can make yourself relax with certain breathing, and there's all different practices that I do. Even when I can't fall asleep at night, I'm doing a breathing practice. There's a bunch of them, and I've shared a few videos about that. So thanks for stopping by tonight, and I hope to hear from you. And why? Why do I get annoyed? Why? What's the deepest meaning? Sometimes it goes back to childhood. So yeah, why? Ask yourself why. I wish you all love and peace. And I wish you all Shanti. Shanti is the sound vibration for peace. Namaste. Om Shanti. Bye.